commentators would definitely.
Nah, it's fine. We are going to see the TC special of 6-3 on both sides. Firestorm is going to set up their T-spins a little bit earlier.
And Emiri with the misshop actually, and
Oh my.
oh no.
Firestorm with an insane punish on those misdrops. It is not often you'll see early top outs this early, you know? At this level.
Hopefully Emiri can get that dealt with, because alright, we have 6-3 against 6-3. Both.
I'd also like to note the immediate adaptation from Emiri, trying not to repeat the same mistake and also starting to take their T-spins earlier.
Yeah, and I mean, you can just see the efficiency on both player sides, but Firestorm the slight. That
Firestorm is doing some cooking right now.
I feel like that's more of a, I don't know.
I think they were trying to look at their DT vision, because Firestorm did mention at one point that they were taught by a Janba, so a lot of those risky decisions is definitely something that they're known for as well.
Definitely. And it... Firestorm with the 4 wide. Not sure how I feel about a phase 2 4 wide, you know, but...
It definitely has its workaround sometimes, but unfortunately they couldn't stack it as high as they wanted to. They couldn't get the later end of the combo.
Yeah. And
right now their materials isn't as accessible as they want it to be.
Yeah, not the...
Phase 2 is really doing a number.
Not the best board state, I mean...
The game.
Yeah, and unfortunately that's just not a survivable board state for them. And Emiri immediately showing off the speed 142.
Ridiculous speed from Emiri, and that is going to tie us up. Let's see what we do now. Is it going to be another double 6-3? Almost. Firestorm unfortunately misdrops their SPs, but we're going to see that amazing pivoting potential of players of this caliber.
Yeah, and oh no, E-piece, that shouldn't be too much of a problem though. They have well access.
Mm-hmm.
Though 9-0 is not the best board state, but not the worst.
Definitely. Firestorm is definitely one of those players who knows all of the donations that you can do in 9-0, so it mitigates one of the main issues of it. But luckily they won't have to deal with it for much longer. Emiri in zone, trying to burst this out as fast as they can.
Yeah, and 50 and 18 pushing Firestorm into phase 2, but both of these plays are more than fast enough to deal with this.
And Emiri's speed might be coming back to bite them after all those misdrops. Definitely going to be a hit to their efficiency, and I would not be surprised to see Firestorm take advantage here.
Yeah, 61, and that is a huge tank, but it's a huge well of clean.
What a tank from Emiri!
Yeah, and Emiri going right into the zone. We're just going back and forth with the zones.
Emiri is going to be keeping a back-to-back for almost their entire zone, and this is likely going to transition as well.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just a massive well for Firestorm. You can't actually tank this because it's just phase 3, it's just cheese. If you tank that, you're just dying.
One thing to note is that Firestorm decided to use their zone with 3/4 instead of full, which some people might not think is a good idea at first glance. But when you see how much attack is coming in, most of that would not be mitigated in a single zone anyway.
Absolutely.
So having that overcharge in the back is usually a good strat, but unfortunately there's still just no way to cancel all of that, even with that gamble.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes you also just can't get a full zone, and it's better just to have overcharge, because sometimes you can survive with overcharge, giving you a quick zone charge.
You're taking their T-spin first, but Firestorm has a fractal to fire back with. Two misdrops from Emiri, but they're doing a nice job of getting out of there. They do have a surprising amount of plus swaps for phase 1 gaming.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just how RNG is sometimes, but Emiri
Firestorm also has the 6-3 garbage, not really able to fully utilize it because Emiri decided to send less and just go into zone as fast as they could.
Yeah, and Emiri almost had the curve twist, unfortunately 1 Mino short.
Unfortunate.
Firestorm though, 59 and 19, really efficient.
You're gonna see that efficiency versus speed thing again because as Firestorm was in that zone, Emiri was in 6-3 the entire time. So we're definitely gonna be seeing a bit of a pacing gap here. But
Yeah,
definitely
Firestorm though
Firestorm
Firestorm
bad.
7,000 points ahead, almost activating phase 3. It looks like she's gonna activate phase 3.
Unfortunate that they kind of just had to do it zoneless. They're playing surprisingly efficient, and it did end up coming back to bite them. They weren't able to.
Yeah, you can actually.
Phase,
Yeah, you can see they actually chose to take the T-spin single rather than T-spin double to maybe try and not activate phase 3. And
I think it was just for the sake of better board state there.
yeah, maybe.
But this
But
is a
either way, this
very
is
rough situation to be in.
yeah, no zone
No
charge.
quarter.
And Emiri takes 154, 129. Wow.